Okay, so this is where the fun really begins. Hello and welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm in the process of driving. I'm driving north, destination the Peak District, where I'll be staying for the next 48 hours, doing some car camping with some landscape photography, obviously in the mix. I'm on a tight schedule, so I'm best get moving. 2 hours into the journey, and I think it's time for a quick rest at a service station. This is Watford Gap, often regarded as the divide between the north and south of England. Don't want to be too exhausted before I even get to the Peak District, so I thought it'd be a chance to have a quick break, have some lunch. I've not actually been to the Peak District in nearly 10 years now, never for photography reasons either, so this is a trip where I'm really stepping into the unknown. The plan for today though, got another 2 hours before I get to the peaks themselves. I'm aiming to head to Bamford Edge today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hike up Bamford Edge, grab a sunset, and then go on, have some dinner before finally parking up for this evening. Legs are nicely stretched though, so I think it's time to get on, finish off this journey. So as you can see, I finally arrived here at the Peak District. Bamford Edge is just over my shoulder, but already from my short drive through this national park, I already know the key word I'm going to be using a lot of this weekend: wow. So as I begin the ascent up Bamford Edge, you can see the rocks just in the background. I'm having to wonder if this trip to the peaks and try to bite off more than I can chew. Already these hills around here, there's so much more than the hills back at home now. I'm not out of shape, but the trip here this weekend, I'll try and get sunset here at Bamford Edge tonight. That's what I'm coming out to. That's what I'm coming out to do now. Tomorrow morning I want sunrise, a bit of mist, but I won't get it. I've used up all my mist luck from recent trips in Kent. Hope to get a sunrise from Mam Tor, see Winnot's Pass, and then before I head home, maybe hit Crome Hill and the Roaches. Ready. I think to myself, just take it easy, take it slow, because I think by the end of the weekend, I'm going to be going home for a rest. I really am, but nearly 5 hours to get out here today already from being here for just 5 minutes. It's worth it. It really is. You don't know how lucky you are living up this way to have such beautiful, beautiful scenery on your doorstep. And whilst I don't complain about Kent, Kent is nothing compared to this. You know, my biggest concern when I thought about coming here in October was actually, what was I going to shoot? What is out here for me to capture on camera? You see, the plan was I'd originally come out here in September, get some of the wild heather, get some of those lovely purples, and you can see dotted around how the wild heather's died out now. It's all just this miserable brown colour. But now I'm up here, I'm actually laughing as to, I find it laughable almost. How can you struggle to find something to shoot from such a magnificent landscape? Like I said, the key word I think I'm going to be using a lot this weekend from the videos that I put together from this trip is going to be wow, because I'm just speechless. There's just too much for me to shoot. It's kind of comes back to not taking shots for the sake of it, but at the same time, there's shots worth taking almost. And then as well, dotted around in the distance, we've got those lovely autumnal colours coming through. I can just see some oranges and some yellows down in the tree, down in the valley. So there's going to be something to shoot, definitely. Okay, so this is where the fun really begins. It's one of the big reasons as to why I've come to the Peak District this weekend, and is why Bamford Edge is one of the first destinations that I wanted to visit coming out here. The sun is slowly going down, it's going off over in that direction. I hope you're going to get a lovely bit of light over towards the right. We've got some light hitting the hills in the background. I think we've got Bamford Edge over on the right. We've got Lady Bower Reservoir and Dam in the middle. And then we've got the Great Ridge sweeping round to Mam Tor over on the left. But some lovely light hitting the valley in the background. It really is amazing out here tonight. If you're from this region, you don't know how good you've got it out here. It's truly a special, special part of the country. So just waiting at the moment, just waiting for the optimal moment for the sun to go down, start getting a nice little bit of a light show, alpenglow. It's told me that I might get a fair chance of a sunset this evening, so fingers crossed. Be a great way to start the weekend. Hopefully, what I'll share in a minute will be the first of some great shots in this magnificent national park. Well, I couldn't have asked for a better start to the weekend here in the Peak District, especially with that sunset over Bamford Edge this evening. It's not the best sunset I've ever seen, but come on, when you've travelled this far, you take any kind of light, especially like that one. I've had my dinner though, and I'm now parked up for this evening. It's getting a little bit chilly, but come on, it's October. Further north in England, you've got to expect it this time of the year. I am just below Mam Tor, which I will be exploring in the morning and will be sharing with you in next week's video. But until then, you take care of yourselves, and it's good night from me.